shit already has 86 reviews? How?
Let all these pussies go. Stop fucking pushing me, yo. I swear to God.
30 gigs.
Pushing the glizzy off. Glizzy. Oh, the chicken.
Corey, you glitched? Oh no, you're just walking.
I'm chilling right now. Waiting for all these pussies to figure it out.
You start eating them off.
Glizzy. Cut the glizzy off.
Give this man a Guam. Yo, what's goody, everybody? My man's just eating people off right now.
It's gotta be a straight
Download
shot.
it.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
goody, everybody? We're downloading the
I missed it!
Tell me you lost again. Tell me you lost it again. You lost it again. You lost it again. Come on, go, go, go. Go, go, go.
No shot.
Go, go, go. You win this if you make it. You win this if you make it. Go. Go, go. Jump. Let's go.
Let's fucking go, baby.
Wake me up inside.
Wake me up.
I can't wake up.
Fucking clutched it, baby.
Save me
I
from
can't believe all
you.
those kids fell off. The fuck is that name called? That knocking off glizzies and shit?
Bro, Johnny's the glizzy Don.
The glizzy Don. You the glizzy. Yo, change your PSN name to that. Oh shit.
The glizzy Don.
Yo, watch fucking Lionel Messi go crazy,
Bro,
baby.
it's a 4v5. It's game's not even even. Bro, it's a.
Tell me I'm on blue, please.
Please, if you're blue, you get a dub.
I'm clutching up.
Moldy. Yo, what's goody, everybody in the stream? I'm downloading it right now. 2K21. But my friend is on Fall Guys right now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, set that shit up. Oh, fuck, I missed it.
You can get the biggest Chanel back in the store.
Oh, we need a goalie, dude. Oh, what are you doing? We need you got it. We need a they scored? Yo, watch this. Off rip. Fuck!
Fuck, come on, Corey, let's go.
Fuck you, bitch. Yo, this isn't even fair, dude. I'm the only one fucking doing this shit. Nobody's helping me out.
Nah, bro, it's looking slow, low key.
I'll score it on my own team. Oh, I missed it. Get up. Nigga, stop holding me. It's 4.
Honestly,
5, fucking bitch, stop holding me, dude.
honestly, if everybody from the blue team just held somebody from the yellow team, they would have one free score every time.
I fucking fell, dude. Yeah!
Man. Oh, they scored 2.
Man, you're losing. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's...
Bro, this is fucking comical.
I'm going.
That boy sus. Get the pump.
You got it, Corey? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. That shit's going straight. Fuck you, bitch. Somebody on my team gotta hit that, dude. What the fuck? Oh, that's it. That's it, baby. That was you.
Oh, yo, it's an L. It's an L. It's an automatic L.
It ain't no L, nigga. I'm coming back. Come back, hit the ball.
Nigga has 30 seconds.
Fuck yeah. Hit that bitch.
They scored again.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh my god. Oh, that's go. That's just gonna roll in. That's literally just gonna roll in. Yeah, he just did. It rolled right in.
It rolled right in.
That's so tough. That's an L. I'm closing out.
Niggas holding me, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, tell Johnny 2K21 demo just came out. I mean, he don't play this shit, but.
Fuck this shit, dude. Pussy ass nigga. Nigga really fucking closed that?
Yeah, it's the 2K21.
21. 2K21. Oh yeah. It's out. Yeah. The demo. Yeah, it's probably pass.
I got 20 minutes and my shit's gonna be on. 17 minutes.
Where'd you find it? Oh, they made
Go in the store.
That's just a pre-order.
No. Go on. So let me see your. Flip the FaceTime. Go to the main screen.
Yeah.
I gotta see it. Go to games. And then scroll to the right. Oh no, don't.
Nah, I think it's in demos, right?
Go to demos.
Games, demos. Oh fuck.
My man was trying to get some V-Bucks.
Yo, they got Black Mamba? Yeah. How long is your shit gonna download? Take to download?
I got 17 minutes.
Alright, hopefully my shit's quick.
It's 30 gigs. It's pretty decent size.
It's gonna be, what's it called? Mypark and shit? Yeah.
Bro, I'm staying on and finding the best builds. I'm not leaving without the best build. Get the pump. That boy sus. Okay. Oh, cool.
I'm about to put my shit in rest mode.
How long you got?
30. Use it ready stuff. Got 30, baby.
Somebody just commented on my stream that said exact same except there's like 2 more pie charts.
Dead ass.
That'll be sick enough.
It probably is the fucking same. I wouldn't doubt it. Fucking 2 can always taking the easy route out.
I'm trying to think what build I'll make then this year. Well, they also said though, they said, so Annoying TV, he said they're bringing affiliations back in the next gen. Yeah, Aiden, I remember who you are now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not even gonna bother trying to buy the fucking current gen.
Well, you have my account on your system, right?
Yeah.
I already pre-ordered the $100 one.
For you get the current gen first and then the next gen?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll download that shit after.
So you and Jesse will get it when it comes out regardless. It's on auto download, so it'll auto, if you have space on your system, it'll in 10 days it'll auto download it to your system the whole game. That boy sus.
This shit comes out in 10 days? Holy fuck.
Yes. Well, it comes out in yeah, I guess so. 11 or.
Why do I always go on vacation when this shit comes out?
You're going on you're going to Kalahari, right?
Yeah.
Nigga better bring that PlayStation.
I'm about to, honestly. Just fucking hook that shit up in the room. Play at night when I'm not doing shit.
You might as well, low key.
Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Okay, I'll go.
Yo, I'm feeling a little fucking tipsy off that claw. I ain't going front. Nigga, I haven't drank since you fucking guys came over.
Yeah, that night was wild.
That shit was mad fun.
Jesse was body bagging me.
On what?
For corners.
Oh yeah.
I was cooking him, and then he. Bro, I was cooking him, and then he heated up like no tomorrow.
Nigga had to fucking throw up 2 times to fucking not lose the game.
Bro, had it ended in a draw. I couldn't take that L like
Nigga,
that.
I thought the rule was if you threw up, that was it.
Bro, we were outside. It was fine. I didn't leave. I didn't leave to go anywhere.
That's what I told you, not to fucking eat all that fucking Wendy's. That's why I didn't fucking get any.
Had that 2 spicy chicken sandies. Bro, that shit burnt coming out.
This nigga Nick, how much did he order? This nigga ordered like the whole fucking menu, bro.
Did he?
Yeah, he got like fucking 2 cheeseburgers, like a chicken, fries.
Bro, this man Jesse was stinking. Bro, I was so happy I hit the last cup on Jesse. So, bro, he was cooking me, and I was like, "Yo, you sure? Do you want to quit?" He's like, "No."
Yo, I'm just glad that you actually drank. Like, we got you to fucking drink. Cause like the whole fucking time, nigga was not drinking shit.
Nobody was hitting anything on me. I was getting sick.
Now we know Johnny's goated. I'm trash. I did alright.
Yeah.
I did alright.
You don't really play like that, so you know what? You pretty decent.
That was like my first time playing that shit. So
Yeah, exactly. Yo, Johnny is a wet man.
I don't know where the fuck this kid got his skill from. Like, this nigga's never like
Nigga
hanging out with
he
nobody.
must have been playing Jimmy like in the kitchen, like low key.
Like some shit. Nigga was playing Maria or some
Yeah.
shit.
He was getting free shots. Maria, you missed. Time to drink again.
This man came back and fucking clutched up one against you and Nick.
That was, bro, we were 9-0.
First L. That was shit.
8-0 or 9-0. This man Johnny came and clutched it. Bro, me and Nick had the crazy, like, we did not lose.
I know.
We found a way to win every
Honestly,
game.
I can't be on a team with Jess though. This nigga just like.
You guys wanted to beat us though so bad. You guys were like, yo, run it again. Jesse, run it back. Run it back.
Yo, when fucking Nick tapped, I was like, what? This man took one shot at triple sec and was like, nah, I'm done. Nigga, triple sec was the easiest shit to get down. I would have kept going on that shit
if we had straight triple sec, yeah, we could have.
But I knew my limits the next night. I was like, yeah, bro. Like, I gotta stop here. Otherwise, you want me to throw up all over my room again.
That was, yeah, this man Jesse. Bro, we gotta clean it. Bro, we ain't cleaning it. He's like, hell no, I'm not cleaning that. First the sink. Now the floor. What's next?
Nigga, I looked at you. I was like, hold up. I'm good. Yeah.
I was like, bro, go to the bathroom. No. Hold up, I'm good. Bro, go to the bathroom.
Nigga was trying to coach me through it the whole night. He was like, yo, just breathe in and out.
You're like, shut up, bro. I don't want to throw up anymore. I'm like, yeah, you gotta. It's gonna. Jesse, Joe dumps water on the floor, plays in it.
Did I witness that or was I knocked out?
You were like you were like against the toilet like this.
Yeah, I feel like I don't remember Jesse doing that.
Bro, I can't believe you guys were that like fucked up.
Nigga, you fucking beat us. How many games did we lose? We drank so much.
It was a lot.
That shit was lit though.
Yeah, Jesse didn't even touch the crown. Bro, if we would have played four corners with the crown, I quit.
Nigga put me onto that triple sec.
That shit is yo, remember Johnny? I'm like Jesse. I'm like Johnny. This triple sec easy.
Yo, I still got a whole bottle of fucking Svedka we didn't touch. I got the fucking Captain Morgan, the Hypnotic. It's fucking hilarious.
We went through everything like can though, right?
Yeah, we went through all the White Claws. There were still beers, but I didn't want to bring those out because they're fucking sitting in my fridge for like almost a year.
Yeah, the last time I came.
Yeah.
You also have.
Oh man, good time.
I got 10 minutes.
Yo, I saw this fucking one game on TikTok where like you set up knives on the table and like space them out evenly. It's kind of like, think of it like checkers where you have to, well not, I don't know. You have to like, alright, so you put a shot in the middle, a shot glass in the middle, right? And then it's like the flip cup game. So you have to flip it, you have to land the cup, and then you move the shot over to the, like, closer to the person that you're going against. And every time you flip the cup and land it, you move it closer and closer until, like, there's time.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
We should play that shit next time.
Yeah.
So that we don't have our time get poisoned by.
I mean, I'm not losing.
I feel like I'm good at the flip cup, though.
Yeah. Yo, cocaine's fun though.
Cocaine, I was cooking up in cocaine. I don't know how, because I was fucked up by that point.
This man thought he was Rey Mysterio. That shit was funny as fuck.
Oh.
Jesse thought he was Vince McMahon. And then you were like, oh, I'm Ray, and then you fell, like you went to lean back and you just fell. Missed the wall, couldn't grab it. That shit was funny as hell.
A lot of
got that on video?
Is actually
hilarious.
by utilizing the
time. That Wendy's drive-thru fucking goated. The fucking bitch at the window didn't want to look at me when we played that shit.
So serious. Yo, can I get honey mustard?
I was like, fuck, dude, I dropped one. I was like, thank you, have a good night. Drove off.
You're already aware of this. What you use,
bro. Somebody should have recorded that for TikTok. That shit would have been made viral.
Can't you just upload that shit to TikTok, or you have to record it on TikTok?
Oh yeah, you could. I think you have it, right?
Yeah.
You should.
UPP is 480. UPP 480.
fucking start a whole different challenge, the fucking drive-through challenge. That'd be great.
Yeah, have you seen the ones that where people are like, go, 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 go? They're like, yo, they're like, yo, you forgot my shake. And they're like, what shake? They're like, shake that ass. And they're like, go. And the guy doesn't drive off. He's like, it's like, go. He's like, nah. He's just in the drive-thru.
Yeah, we should order an ice cream cone and just fucking grab the ice cream.
I just deep throw it. Thanks.
Oh, no.
I'm just dead. How long you got? I got 6 minutes.
I probably got like 20 at Pushing Rest Mode.
I'm about to go fucking shit and then be back.
Something like SFTP or SFTF, where
That boy. I wish I could record like your face cam.
You said my face cam?
Like, yeah, like us on, like have us like talking in the stream like this.
There's not a way to do that.
There is going to be a chapter devoted to it here.
That's a wet ass pussy.
Okay.
Talk a little bit about security, but it's not
Get a bucket and a mop. That's a wet ass pussy.
Have you seen the video?
So there's lots of different
Yeah.
software available
It made me fucking horny as
hosting a
fuck.
web server. One of the most
I feel that.
All I'm just watching on TikTok was those fucking, the WAP challenges.
is the
Yeah.
Linux web
Nice.
server. And it
Oh,
I look at me watching the gay niggas do it too.
3/4 of the web.
kick their leg up. They be going
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
They be going crazy.
Nigga got that cock slanging around.
What's up? What's up, Kev? How you doing? What you up to?
Oh, let me join your stream real quick. You on YouTube?
Yeah. Yo, I'm looking at my old streams, bro. I have hella streams from Apex and shit.
To connect to them, or to send data to and from them is
I have the 2v2 alpha when it dropped in August last year.
I love how I type in barbecue chicken on YouTube and it literally just comes up barbecue chicken videos.
older implementation that's similar to TLS. TLS though is considered secure. Today,
I still gotta type in the Briscoe experience for it to come up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And TLS, transport layer security, allows us to secure
I got 3 minutes.
using security certificate.
That's a wet ass
So we
pussy.
can use HTTP
Yo, how's
with
UFC?
a secure certificate to encrypt.
Career mode's really good.
We could also encrypt.
You fucking Jesse up in that shit?
Yeah, I be beating Jesse's ass nowadays.
I thought Jesse was goated in that game.
Yeah, until I came around.
Oh, that's the only game he's good at is WWE.
He's still good though at UFC. Like it's like good competition. Hey, my boy Corey D's in the stream, dude.
Yo, the last time you streamed, I was typing in the chat. Kid did not want to recognize me at all.
I probably didn't even look.
Sets up the standards for encrypting a connection by having a handshake that occurs
Oh, just
to exchange the encryption key information.
did you just get hit with an ad?
The long story short of it is that you have a public and a private key that are mathematically tied together.
30
Whatever you
seconds.
encrypt with one
Bro, if this shit is ass,
will
I'm gonna be
encrypted
pissed.
by the other.
You gonna upload like glitches and shit when they come out?
Yeah, I'm gonna when the game drops, I'm probably just gonna do like a straight live stream of like it's gonna be called like 2K21 like badge glitch hunt or some shit retarded.
No one else can read them.
Bro, you used to get so many fucking views on the glitch videos.
Oh, D views.
That is an encryption key. itself
34K,
of whatever encryption
26K.
standard that we want to use. And then when the server receives that key, since we're
Kids were
sending it to them
fiends for the glitch.
encrypted, since it's privately being sent to them, they can then use that key to
How
privately
many subs did you gain off that shit?
using
At least
that
100, right?
second key,
Off of
that,
what?
key that was
Off of
generated
just
for
uploading
that
glitches?
session. So again,
No, I
we
think
don't
you
know
gained
about
like
the security twerk. I don't want to go too far.
1,000, right? Because you were at 4 point something K.
It's not really a heavy subject for networking directly.
Yeah, I
So it
gained a
does
lot.
definitely tie in some,
Hanky, my boy's on that 21.
but you'll learn more about that in the security course. Again, HTTPS actually uses that TLS authentication process I just described
Hold up.
in order to encrypt
Wait a
the
minute.
connection.
That's 22.
HTTPS will use port
Nigga, don't put in your
440
actual
by
fucking
default.
shit.
I just
Will allow for
Alright.
encryption.
yeah, I just closed it. Not closed, but I just you know what I mean. Change display.
You can see if you have HTTPS by looking at your URL. And not only will you see the HTTPS protocol there, but you'll also see a padlock. If you see that lock is actually
bro, that
completed
typing
there,
this in
there's no
sucks.
problem with it. Usually it'll be
Yeah, are you gonna
gonna
get Call of Duty Cold War?
Here.
Hell yeah, nigga, what the fuck?
You definitely want to verify any site
Why would I
that you're
not get
visiting
that
that
shit?
it has the padlock and that the information that's displayed there is correct.
I mean, you can game share off me since you bought 2K. I'll probably just get that shit from you.
Yeah.
But it's always a good idea to double check yourself.
But how does it work for next gen though? Can I download on next gen?
You should be able to. I guess we'll find out, you know.
It has the padlock.
I think I'll just buy it for myself.
or it has
Fuck
a
it.
Oh, okay.
X there or red there rather than green.
You
You have
can only play 5
likely,
quick games.
A
Yo, I've been
security
saving
certificate
mad cash,
mismatch
yeah.
or
Really?
some kind
Yeah,
of
save me for
other
this fucking
security
crib.
certificate issue. If those
I got like
certificates
10K right
don't
now.
match the sites that you're
Really?
using,
Yes,
it could
sir.
be that you have a man in the middle that is routing you to the wrong
I
site.
have all the old
Or it
fucking
could
game
be that there's
heads.
just a glitch. I've actually seen this happen quite a bit, where it loads the wrong
Yo,
certificate.
like, name back?
Sometimes
Huh?
it's a
Oh,
DNS
yeah.
problem, or it's loading with the wrong DNS information.
I have all the old.
Certificate. If you ever see that happen, generally your reaction
This
should
shit
be
looks
not
exactly the
visit the site.
same.
I know it's easier said
It
than done
does.
because you're trying to visit
Oh,
the
this
site,
here is
you want to
different.
go there and do something.
They better switch it
But
up
if
for
the
next gen
security
though. I'll be
certificate
sick.
does not match,
That's
you're not
apparently that's
encrypting
like the main
correctly,
focus. Everything's getting
or you
switched to
might be
next
encrypting
gen.
it using the wrong
I
data.
feel like they should have just
that may be compromised by
held
an
out
attacker.
until next gen came
It's a
out.
good idea to
It's only a
be
couple
cautious
months.
about any security
Yeah.
mismatches or any issues that may
But they're
arise.
fucking money
If the web
hungry,
browser
so.
warns you,
I mean, it's a good
especially
business
not
move.
secure, that is what's
It's a
happening
good
here.
deal that they have though, like $100 for both games.
Yeah.
Some reasons why you might
And you
run
get
into
VC for both of
certificate
them,
issues
so.
or,
Because usually it's just
why you
$100 for
might
the
see a warning is
for
that
the fucking
certificate
gold
is
edition or whatever the
self-signed.
fuck it's called.
Generally on
My
the
man
web,
looks
you
clean.
require other entities,
Low-key, yeah.
trusted certificate authorities to
I gotta
actually
make a video. New Dribble God look.
So if someone created their own certificate, that means it's self-signed. We probably shouldn't trust that because it could be an attacker creating that certificate. We want it to be verified by a trusted authority, a certificate authority. In other words, we must have a trust relationship with that certificate authority. If we suddenly decide that that authority is no longer trustworthy, we don't have to trust any certificates that they've issued.
I'm definitely making a point.
And there are actually some issues with all of this when we talk about
Yeah, it looks
certificates
exactly the
online.
fucking same.
It's a bit more of a subject for the security course, but I'll mention one.
You
of
said
them
they
here,
added new pie charts?
just
Yeah,
because
they
I
added a
think it's
couple.
worth at least pondering
Where they
about
at?
a little bit. You're technically not supposed to have self-signed certificates, but for some reason we let Google get away with that.
Oh, there they are.
Google actually
Like, what
signs
the
their
fuck
own
is this?
certificate. In fact,
Pure
I'll take a
fucking.
really quick detour to take a look at.
Man has a maxed out perimeter defense and then 85 free throw. What does that do for me?
Open up a browser right here. You can see.
Wouldn't that be the goated build though?
And you can see
This shit looks low-key goated.
HTTPS. If I hover
No, because you
mouse
get shit
over
shooting.
that, you can see that it says it's verified.
Look at a 66.
By Google
And you can
Trust
still
Services.
drive.
So Google is verifying themselves. I've always found to be odd, and it really shouldn't be done. You should require another party to verify you. But Google is a certificate.
Steel's a
authority,
waste though,
and they
honestly.
issue
There's
their
no
own
point.
certificate. Not sure why they're allowed to do
Yeah,
it.
they still have
and
that badge where you can fucking.
that is just
pickpocket
the way it
and
is.
shit.
So if you click on the lock here,
They do.
you can check on the secure connection here. I'm in Firefox, so it looks this way.
Oh,
If you're on Google Chrome,
Dude, this
and
build looks like it'd be
Google
OP as fuck.
You can click on the little arrow here. If you're
the
in
one you're on
Firefox.
right now.
Yes, 95 ball handle with a 75 3 point, 82 midi.
Well, off of
Driving
flip-flop,
dunk, you can get to probably 70 to 69. Driving layup at 88. And then
it's all
defense is still
verified by
decent.
Google Trust, says that
Yeah, it doesn't look
it's
bad to
expired
be
in
honest.
November, and we can see some information about the actual encryption.
Or you got
And we'll learn
the
more about this in the security
85
course,
ball
but,
handle,
it's showing us
91
the
3 point, 89 3 point.
AES encryption with 128-bit encryption key, along with the GCM algorithm
They all look
and a
good to be
tall
honest.
256 bit hashing.
Because it's not like the D goes down to like 60s, it's still in 70s.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah, these are just a little different.
So this stuff all looks fine.
A little bit better playmaking
The
here.
fact that Google issued this is an issue, because what if Google
A little less better shooting.
and they issue themselves a certificate? So how do we know that we can still trust them if they get hacked? That would be a problem, right? Now, other sites, we don't tend to run into that same kind of issue.
Oh, fucking post score build right here, I think.
For example, Amazon does not issue their own
Post fade.
Pure
shooter build.
Amazon site, for example, you can see Amazon is being issued by Digital. You know, you can verify others as well. It's interesting.
I think I'm gonna make a paint beast for my center.
Very
You
interesting
might as well, because
stuff,
what
I
other
think.
fucking
Because
shit do you really
technically,
need?
like,
Or if I made a shooting center, but
I feel like that's so stupid though, because it's not like 18 where you can fucking glitch and fucking make every shot.
companies do actually issue certificates, but
Alright, I got
they are not all. No one else is
15 minutes.
issuing their own, as far as I'm aware. It's just a little side note, something to find interesting, I guess.
watch my build.
Just as another example here, Symantec. Symantec actually issues certificates, but they don't issue their own. And you can see that here again. They're getting theirs from Digicert as well.
Oh, this is for center right now. I'm doing a center build.
You're allowed to do that.
This pie chart. 83 block, offensive, defensive.
Yeah, it's literally like the best center build you want.
Still fast on the perimeter.
Trust by looking at these certificates from trusted certificate authorities.
I'm taking a shit.
And there are a lot, as you can see. There's some of them listed in here. You can actually look at your trusted certificate authorities in your cert manager. You can see a whole list of all of these. And you can look at all of your trusted root certifications. Just to point it out, because everybody pretty much has the same ones. I'll pull up mine. It's funny too, because they have, again, Symantec ones here. But in general, we all kind of have the same basic stuff in these. Now, it is actually interesting, though, that somebody could actually add a certificate to this list. That could be a problem. So it is important to be aware that none of this stuff is foolproof. Again, you should get some more of that information both in the security class and, if you go farther, in some of the pen testing courses. So if you visit a site and there's a problem with the security certificate for whatever reason, it should warn you. Any modern browser, as long as you're keeping it up to date, it should give you a warning. And it's usually pretty good at telling you what the issue is. So if it's a security certificate mismatch, that's a pretty common one, or the certificate itself that you're looking at doesn't match the website that you're on. Or it could be something as simple as your time being wrong. So if I were to set my computer time to the wrong time, I can mess with that. If you set your time manually, I can go in here and set my time to something else, right? Set it into the 2030s.
Oh yeah, let me see the badges now. Oh, I still got basically the same badges. contact.
We're relying on the time. As you can see, it totally threw everything off. It disconnected me from the internet because the connections that we're doing right now are all secure. So very, very dangerous to have the time get changed. It can affect every single security certificate that you have that you're accessing. Because again, like I said at the beginning, we rely on the time as part of those encrypted values. If you're wondering why I just disconnected as soon as I saw that, you should have already been able to guess that was going to happen, right? Pretty wild stuff, right? So you definitely want to be aware of that. Fun fact, though, that is kind of interesting too, that if you can play with your date and time, it is actually possible to mess with certain things. I wouldn't necessarily recommend messing with it too much, but if you like to play online games and things like that, especially little phone games, ones that give you rewards for logging in every day, often changing the time will give you those rewards. It really depends on whether or not they are checking that on the server side or not, and oftentimes it'll even throw things off a little bit, so it's not necessarily worth doing unless you're very careful about it. Usually once you go forward, you can't go back and reselect the same reward. So it'll keep track of it in that sense, but kind of a fun, interesting thing to exploit certain tablet games and things like that with that, setting the date and time. But generally, it's not something you want to mess with too much because it'll mess with your entire experience of encrypting everything online. What I would show you if we were in person, though, since we are connecting through secure connections and things, I can't really demonstrate it to you directly, but when your time is wrong, it'll actually display that in your browser as well. So browser is pretty good at detecting that as the issue. So if you're having a security certificate issue and it's just that the time is wrong, it will actually inform you of that. And so the next protocol to talk about is SMTP, the Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. And this protocol is for sending email. It uses the mail exchange records in the DNS, send email to a particular email address. Generally, if it's unencrypted, it'll use port 25. Or if you're using the more secure versions, you're going to be using something like 465. You use TLS to secure that connection.
It's different though. The layups are different and shit.
Yeah, you have to like time it and shit, right?
You don't want to be sending your emails in an unsecured method because it can be modified. Security,
yeah, I think so.
Encryption, and all of that also ensures integrity of the data.
7 minutes left.
Otherwise, we could have a hacker or attacker modify that data in transit. So using security is incredibly important.
Does it feel like the same movement and shit?
Oh, yeah, similar.
There's plenty of mailbox access protocols. We've talked a bit about these already.
Yeah, the layup bar looks weird as fuck.
You don't really use POP anymore because it only downloads your email. Whereas IMAP actually lets you fully manage and fully control your email.
Why'd you only make them 6'9"?
If you make him taller, he loses a lot.
Yeah, but if he's a paint beast, like...
You only need to make him 6'8", 6'9" to be a great paint beast. And you have a way higher vertical. I have a 72 vertical.
All of those apps use IMAP. So you can fully control your email. And they're actually, the port numbers are important here too. POP is 110, IMAP is 143. And then the secure version
okay, Paul George, green out.
But the more important one, of course, is IMAP. That's going to be 993. And it's not just SSL. You can use TLS with it as well. So looking at topic B here, we have a lot of domains that are covered here. 1.1, 1.3, 2.2 and 2.3, and then 5.3. Quite a bit covered in topic B. We're going to be looking at some of the voice services and advanced networking. So voice services, we're talking about voice over IP.
Where are you?
Voice over IP protocols.
Where are you?
For things like
in my room?
Calling
I don't see it.
over an IP phone, using the networking to utilize a phone, have a phone number that dials to an IP address, basically. We can also use web conferencing, video teleconferencing. Essentially, it transmits your voice or video data as data packets, and it treats them with a sense of priority. It's usually using UDP because we want that delivery of the data as quickly as possible. And it can integrate with landlines and your mobile network by using gateway devices to translate the data back and forth between them. There's definitely some different ways of implementing IP telephones, but generally the ones that we today use something known as SIP, or the Session Initiation Protocol. So it'll initiate a session, and it will connect you into a PBX. That is a private branch exchange. The PBX is essentially a phone book. It's going to terminate your internal phone system to the external phone system. So it's connecting the two together. It's kind of like a gateway. But essentially, the PBX is what looks up your phone number.
Just go to the PlayStation Store, and it'll be in the PlayStation Store if you hop on there, buddy.
So it's going to make that exchange.
You gotta take a look at that.
You gotta go to games and demos. It should be the first one.
Yeah, games, demos, and it'll be the first one.
List of all the internal accounts that are assigned to the endpoint devices. So when you make a phone call, it's going to look it up.
That was sus. Okay, okay. Oh, cool.
Essentially like a phone book.
You gotta make the BP build off rip.
Run through the PBX, and then we can locate the destination.
The what?
The BP build. The one build I showed you, like mad long ago, but it was like too late in the year.
So you have your voice service provider.
I don't remember.
Remember, it had like the best, like it had like 15 badges for each category.
Yeah, but I don't remember what fucking pie chart and shit it is.
Service provider will connect you into the telephone network.
Yeah, this layup shit is
We're
weird.
just getting that data from the voice service provider sent to us through our modem.
Bro, this shit is crazy weird. Look at my free throws.
Into that edge network. Inside that edge network, we have our voice PBX, a public branch exchange that we would have that voice data sent to so that it can be sent to the correct IP address inside of our local network. And we have your normal routing that will occur from there. Though it is usually pretty common to set up a separate voice network.
I want that Danny hug, baby.
To provide quality of service.
Green up.
For that voice network. In other words, we're going to set up our devices to prefer give priority to that voice traffic.
How the fuck did you green that layup?
No, I have no idea. I can't make free throws for shit though. I'll tell you that.
We don't get delayed and high latency.
Is there an option to change back to the bar from last year?
Maybe in the settings, but nothing on here yet.
Lines. Now, usually the voice gateway is going to be part of the service provider, part of that voice service provider network. You're going to have the gateway. But it is possible to set up your own, connect you directly to some analog or digital phone line. In other words, you can hook
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
directly up to a phone line.
Damn, this might just make the sauce.
Or we could do it through the internet and get a great service that's being provided there. Either way, there's voice gateways involved, because those voice gateways are connecting you on to the actual publicly switched telephone network. ESPN. That's your standard POTS.
I thought nobody on my friends was playing the demo but you.
Probably the first one to get it.
Your voice gateways again will allow those legacy phone systems to connect in with your voice service providers.
This build actually that I checked, like, it's got, like, that I just made, got some good badges. 23 defense, 23 finishing, and 5 playmaking.
It's not bad. I'm on my fucking demo, baby.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, the graphic art for this game could have been a lot better. They literally just took a picture of fucking Damian Lillard and fucking put a red hue on him.
What happened?
So the graphic art could be better in this fucking game.
Yeah, I think that they're just saving everything for fucking, what is it called? Point guard. You can make your point guard 6'8" now, I'm pretty sure.
Damn, they fucking played me.
How? Oh, you got the first part's done?
Yeah. I got, nigga, this shit says 4 hours. Get the fuck out of here.
Are all your apps closed?
Yes, I'll fucking commit, bro.
That's sussy.
There's no way my internet's that trash, right?
I mean, it's possible.
Bro, the stick is fucking tough to shoot with.
Yeah, that's
I'm timing every shot in the middle, and it's bricking every shot. What the fuck?
After the session is initiated, you're going to have the real-time...
Oh, I just airballed.
RTP, sending the actual data.
I'm gonna see what I can do for, like...
Transport control protocol, RTP, actually providing ongoing session information.
Yeah, no way I'm shooting with the stick this year.
Yeah, no way.
This shit is chalked.
RTP provides quality of service, and RTP provides the actual data stream. So the port for these are 5004.
How the fuck do you get a green with this bar? Like, I don't understand.
It's weird as shit or what?
I'm in the middle of the bar every time. It's not hitting green.
One other major thing you might want to know about would be the codec that might be used with Drake. Something like 8.323. This allows for the session control that sets up the codec that's used to communicate over that voice connection. So we can actually change the protocols that are being used on our voice.
Damn, yeah, they really fucking played me. I was mad I had to make a build and shit.
They finessed you crazy.
Generally, we want to use efficient codecs that are going to use good quality data that sound good at the other end, that have as little actual data being sent as possible. We can get that data.
Get a bucket and a spot. That's so wet. That's so wet.
8.323 protocol is the TCP port 1720. So generally, we're going to be using SIP today and the codecs that go along with it. Again, quality of service is a pretty straightforward concept. This is where your devices will look out data that's contained in the packet and the frames and make decisions about routing them or potentially slowing them down. The idea here is that we can prefer real-time traffic. So we can give priority to the real-time traffic that we can reduce the load. We can reduce the latency. We also want to keep the jitter low. Jitter is where latency is changing over time. The variation
I'm trying to find this build to make.
latency. We want our jitter and our latency to remain low as possible. We like to provide priority to the that we can reduce latency and jitter. And one method of quality of service would be known as DISC-serve, or differentiated services. This allows us to tag the traffic at both
I'm so confused how the fuck is I aim it.
So that whether it's moving through a switch or a router, we can provide quality of service treatment for it. But we can essentially tag the data as being either real-time or non-real-time traffic, essentially, and have that traffic be
So I gotta
either delayed or given priority.
I don't get it.
So quality of service, cost of service, and traffic shaping are all very similar concepts. And essentially they all accomplish the same thing, but they have some different limitations. Quality of service, for example, is more about looking at
Alright, I guess I'll put my shit rest mode again.
UDP or TCP, I'm trying to prefer, of course, the UDP data to screenshot. So we're trying to privilege the real-time data over bursting type of data. Whereas cost of service
Fuck. I'll call you when it's done.
priority level. And you could actually give priority to data that normally wouldn't get prioritized as normal quality of service.
7, 17, 10, 7.
But class of service technically would let you tag non-real-time data and give priority as well. So traffic policing, on the other hand, looks at actually policing or shaping traffic. Policing is where we can enforce limits on bandwidth.
6, 8.
And shaping is where we're reserving bandwidth. So we might reserve a certain amount of bandwidth for the real-time traffic, for example. Another thing that deserves a mention here, an honorable mention as part of the quality of service, actually more of the class of service technique, is the multi-protocol label switching. This is something that we'll likely be talking about in a later chapter because it's more about routing. But in general, it allows us to put tags on existing protocols to help them get routed or moved through the network faster. It's usually used on the wide area network though to move data through the wide area network quicker, so that it doesn't need to spend as much time looking at the routing table data or de-encapsulating information. But we can send it much faster if it's tagged with MPLS. So it has a similar effect in that we're going to be able to move data through the wide area network faster, which will definitely help out with quality of service or cost of service. So bottlenecks are areas of your network or of your devices where data is being slowed down due to the functions of that device or network area not being able to support the level of flow that's happening. We want to identify bottlenecks by looking at where the data is slowing down, and hopefully when we find those bottlenecks we can alleviate them by either adding more equipment or changing the way the network is functioning. One way to do that is to actually use a load balancer so that we can have multiple paths to get to a destination, for example, or multiple servers even to perform a function, and then have a load balancer distribute all of the requests amongst those different paths or servers. We can balance the load to help alleviate bottlenecks. Oftentimes, load balancers can also provide content switching, where they'll actually offload some of the functions from the server, so we can do some decryption, for example, or the TCP handshakes. We can perform some of those from the load balancers instead of having to send that data to the server and then send it back. We might also set up virtual IP addresses. That way there's an IP address that we can access for the load balancer, and then the load balancer will translate that out to the IP address of the actual server. We might even refer to that idea as using a reverse proxy server. But we'll talk about that one coming up a bit later here. We can also use multi-layer switches to help alleviate some bottlenecking in our networks, because switches are generally incredibly fast devices, and you may not want to actually have to send data out from a switch to a router and then have that data sent back to the switch, which will often occur if you're using VLAN. So rather than taking VLAN traffic and sending it to a router and having that router route the VLAN traffic back to that same switch that it came from, because maybe there's a second VLAN there that you're sending to, we can actually have the switch itself do some routing. We call that a layer 3 switch. So again, the purpose of this is to have a switch be able to do its own routing between its own VLANs that exist on that switch. We could also have content switches or load balancing switches that would allow for those switches to operate at layer 4 or 4 through 7 to perform extra functions like load balancing for the content balancing, which would allow for, remember, your switches or your load balancers to perform functions that the server normally would, like encryption. Rather than having the server deal with all that, we're having to send the encrypted data on the back end, that we can keep all of that unencrypted. So that there is a risk associated with that to some degree, right? Anytime you have unencrypted data, if it gets modified, it could be a problem. If someone got into our network, they could potentially access that data that's moving from the load balancers or the content switches and load balancers to our servers. If it's not encrypted, it is easier to modify and mess with.
That's not a bad build, low key, right there.
You should be familiar with the basic ideas of virtualization. For example,
low key. Think about it, you get
hardware and utilize it as
you're 6'7", 6'6". 6'6" or 6'7", should I go?
Rather than just one computer, I can virtualize my machine as multiple computers. We typically do that using a hypervisor, which is the software, virtualization software, that breaks our hardware.
6'6" minimum weight. You're still 85 ball handle.
And of course we put
80 driving layup. 70 driving dunk still. 77. Oh, here we go.
The host machine itself is the computing platform
86 ball handle.
Although there are
good defensive stuff.
Implementations of type devices. And we'll take a look at that in just
Mid range is 83.75.
Often used to fully utilize your hardware.
No one's stopping us.
You can consolidate multiple
Low key.
servers into a single server if our server is not super busy. Servers are usually
6 finishing.
We're not fully utilizing it. We might as well
That's low key heat. I gotta take a picture of that low key.
We might also use it for VDI or virtual desktop infrastructure. That allows you to virtualize the Windows or operating system machines.
Pure playmaking.
Server, so that
This is some playmaking and defense, right? Playmaking, shooting.
You could have a very basic machine known as a thin client that connects to the server to run those VDIs, those virtual desktops, or those VDs, those virtual desktops. It'll actually, we call them VDEs, virtual desktop environments. Those virtual desktops can be run from the server, and that data gets sent to the thin client that then just has to display it onto a screen and take the input from the user. We can also use virtuals for testing environments or to test out or run legacy equipment, legacy software, or for development of software or hardware. Your hypervisors come in two main varieties. You have hypervisors that are software, where you actually install the hypervisor inside of the operating system. So you boot first into the operating system, you install a hypervisor software, and then you install virtual machines inside of that hypervisor software. The other type is known as bare metal. Bare metal is where you boot directly into the hypervisor. The hypervisor itself acts as an operating system, and then you run your virtual machines inside of that. This is in some ways more efficient because you don't have to run the host operating system at all. You have more resources available for your virtual machine. As you know, when you're virtualizing, you can virtualize anything. You can virtualize network cards, switches, routers,
10, 10, 20, and 10.
You can virtualize firewalls, any hardware that you can imagine. You can
That might not be
virtualize
bad.
You can even virtualize storage. This brings us into the next topic of network storage type. And we can actually have real storage instead of just virtual storage here, where we would attach storage devices directly onto the network. Now there's many ways of doing this. Generally speaking, our normal way to do it is to attach the storage through a machine, right? Through a server or a host machine. So the workstation could share its hard drive with other machines, right? You could access that through the network. So it's pretty common to have servers with a hard drive that you can access through the network. But we also have actual network attached storage. And this is where we would take some kind of device that is not like a full server, but instead takes that hard drive, the storage device, and gives it accessibility through the network. So essentially, it's like a router or a switch with a hard drive inside of it. And we can use that to access that hard drive. You can assign an IP address to the hard drive so that we can access it like a shared device off of the server. This allows you to have easy access, a little bit cheaper than setting up entire servers. So what you might do then is take these network attached storage devices and create an entire storage area network out of it. And you dedicate an area of your network for this type of storage or network attached storage. The idea here is that we can dedicate more bandwidth because when we're moving files around, we're also going to be moving a lot of data, especially if everyone is accessing the storage area network, getting data from these drives that are attached to the network. We might set up some advanced methods of connecting those storage area networks, like fiber channel. Fiber channel is a method that is typically faster than using standard Ethernet. It doesn't necessarily use fiber optic though, but it can. Notice it's spelled R-E, not E-R, and that is an important aspect here, just to keep in mind that often you will use fiber optics. To do this, it's not a requirement. You can actually use Ethernet, and you'll see a couple of items about that, like fiber channel over Ethernet, FPOE. And that allows you to run the fiber channel protocol over Ethernet link. You get about 10 gigabit connections here, 10 gigabit. You could of course get faster than that if you're using actual fiber. You're also likely, when you're using storage area networks in general, to use something like jumbo frames. Jumbo frame is where we actually send a larger frame. You might remember that our standard frame size is 1500 MTU. That's 1500 maximum transmission unit, 1500 bytes. And with jumbo frames, that is increased up to 9,000 bytes. The thing is, if you are sending these jumbo frames to areas of your network that do not support them, it will have to split those jumbo frames back to the normal 1500 size. So it will end up slowing things down in those particular areas. So if you're going to use jumbo frames, you do want to make sure that all of your devices that are accessing those areas actually support jumbo frames. You're not having to bottleneck them, slow them back down, and cut those frames back up. Another method of actually sending data in a storage area network would be using InfiniBand. InfiniBand is a very low latency switch fabric. It gives you a lot of extra bandwidth. We do have another method that we could use as well called iSCSI. That's the Internet Small Computing Systems Interface. And we don't often hear about SCSI much anymore. It is a little older in general, but iSCSI can still be used today. One of the few SCSIs that's still around in general. It hasn't been replaced by something else, so again, fiber channel would likely be what you would end up using. But SCSI allows the transfer of SCSI data over IP networks, iSCSI, IP-based SCSI, and you have the ability to create storage area networks that are low cost.
How many playmakers do you really need,
the
though?
existing legacy equipment. So again, you're not likely to use this as much today because there's more modern approaches that we would like to use. We're not going to worry too much about that one. Topic B,
Finishing shooting and defense is really big.
is summarizing the concept of cloud services, and this is going to be exam objective 1.7 that we're covering here. You should be fairly familiar with cloud at this point. The idea of cloud is that it is hosted on the internet. That's the primary definition of cloud, but we can take it a step further and say that cloud computing is where we provide elasticity and pay per use. So it's on demand, pay per use. If I'm only using one server, I only pay for one server. If I suddenly have my demand go through the roof and I need 1,000 servers, the cloud computing can quickly provision 1,000 servers for me, and then I can pay for using those while I need them. So if I'm hosting my website using cloud computing, it'll make it a lot more efficient for me as someone running a business, because if I have high demand, I can support that. If I have low demand, I don't have to pay for the high demand. So it allows me to not have to worry about anticipating demand. In the old days, if you were trying to run a website or a web business, you would have had to anticipate the demand. And if you didn't, well, you were out of luck. In fact, it actually amazes me to some degree that the video game companies don't use the cloud computing concept more. Seems like a lot of them, when they launch their new online games, they because they didn't anticipate needing that many servers. Because there's cloud computing now, but they should be more utilizing cloud services for those.
Oh man, I don't know. Fuck, these bills are driving drunk. You need the driving drunk. 80, say 80.
That's really the idea behind cloud computing to a large degree, that it will be dynamic or elastic. The cloud delivery itself can be public. You can have public cloud where anybody can get access to it, or anybody can register for it. You have hosted private, which would be more of a private cloud that's hosted by another entity. Or it might be hosted on the internet, but it's a private cloud, no one else can access it but us. A private cloud would typically be something that you would have on site that would be hosted yourself. Right? You can host your own cloud service, for example, and your own equipment. You could have an on-site or off-site cloud, a community cloud where it can be shared amongst different organizations or a community of organizations or people. And of course, some hybrid of all of those other methods. It doesn't have to be just one or the other. As for the service types of cloud, you should be fairly familiar with these. The main one that most people would probably know is software as a service, SaaS. Software as a service provides some kind of application or software through the internet to your machine, typically delivered through a web browser. So whenever you're actually using an application through a web browser, that is software as a service. You don't have to install anything on your computer aside from that browser that you're using to connect to the software as a service. Infrastructure as a service is one of the more interesting ones in that you can rent entire computers so that you can put whatever you want on them. You can build out your own operating systems on them, your own platforms on them, to essentially run your own cloud service if you will. So infrastructure as a service is a form of cloud service though, where we can again rent machines, but we can put whatever we want on them. And it can provision more machines of those if we want, right? As demand increases. The more common one that we tend to see is platform as a service, which is very similar to infrastructure. The difference is platform as a service actually already has a pre-configured system. It has a pre-configured platform that you're renting. So you're using that particular platform, like Amazon Web Services, for example, would be a platform as a service. You're renting out the use of Amazon software that runs their particular cloud service. If we use infrastructure as a service, we could potentially develop our own competitor to Amazon Web Services or something like that. We could run our own cloud software on it, our own platform. Other cloud service, we might have cloud storage. That's fairly common for anything that you would store online, like something like Dropbox or Google Drive or Microsoft OneDrive or iCloud, any of those types of things for storing data in the cloud are also cloud services, right? You can access that data from anywhere. So connectivity with the cloud, you might also provide VPN through cloud servicing, or you might be connecting into those cloud services either direct or via VPN. I mentioned also that those cloud services can be local. You could be hosting your own cloud. You could also have remote cloud where it's hosted on the internet. You could even synchronize between local and remote clouds if you wanted to do that as well. As far as security goes, we're transferring a lot of the risk to the cloud providers since they're going to be responsible for providing security and updating that cloud software. Much of those agreements are going to identify who has responsibility over what data. But typically there's a lot of security that's being asked of the cloud provider. The provider are responsible for updating and keeping the software secure. We can also have cloud access security brokers. This will help mediate access to cloud services to enable single sign-on, to scan for compliance with malware on devices.
I'll be back though.
To try to filter data from being